Hi, it's the Mild Redskin Songbird song. Eve, Evangeline, Amour from New York City. This book, Equilibrium of Love, with the pictures of the perfect living masters on it, is about the Dera Baba Jaimal Singh, the place where these masters, perfect living masters, Jesus Christ channelers, are headquartered, one at a time, per lifetime. Okay, this is I Love You, Michelle. This was built by Swami Ji. He meditated in isolated land that was haunted with demons and ghosts and goblins for 17 years until he purified it. He loved it. He took all that evil unto himself, then meditated for hours for 17 years to burn it off. This is Seth Ranzinger, who was Swami Ji. He was also Mr. Rogers. He was also Alexander Graham Bell. Okay, then this is my grandson, Seth Ranzinger. Michelle Birdsong, I love you. It's the grandson. This is someone Singh, the great master. He was married to Eve, to Michelle, and he designed the Dera, that place I showed you on the book, to please his wife, who was Eve. And he was my husband, still is, so 35 years, Michael John Spear. This is another perfect living master, Sardar Jagat Singh Ji. He was a perfect master at the Dera. He is my son, Singh Birdsong. This is Charan Singh Ji, who became master, appointed by Jagat Singh, and he did a lot of good works when he was master. 40 years he was master. He was my personal spiritual guide, Jesus Christ. And he is now a fetus in my womb, Giancarlo Arturo, put there by Gurinder Singh Ji, who was Cain, my spiritual husband. He was Romeo, I was Juliette. So a couple months ago, I saw him, and he put a look in my eyes and put twins inside me. Okay, let's see what else. There he is again. This is Cain, Gurinder Singh Ji. Okay, now what I want to say about the Dera is, when I was a kid, I got sick and disgusted trying to eat the dead animals they served me. So at the Dera, which is based on the heart desire of Eve, you're not allowed to eat meat. Okay, fish. They gave me fish. It got stuck on my throat. The bones. I didn't like fish. You can't eat fish at the Dera. None of the disciples of the perfect living master can eat fish. You see that the master is looking at this woman, Eve, all the time. That's Romeo and Juliette. All right, and then eggs used to disgust me and make me sick. They looked weird. And I had a hard time. I would get nauseous trying to eat them. You cannot eat eggs, as it says, Songy. No meat, no fish, no eggs. What happened was Juliette was in heaven, and she was very bored because she was very bright. She was Einstein, and God was very busy. He loved her, and he didn't realize it, but she needed more time with him than he was giving her. Now, when I saw him in Petaluma, Baltimore, Maryland, on his tour when he was first appointed God, the first thing I heard him say over the microphone was, "I will never neglect you." And I thought, oh my God, I don't know why that feels so good to me. How does he know my mother neglected me? I had no idea. That was God saying, I know I neglected you in heaven, but I will never neglect you again. It took me 60 years to realize what he said. God is very complicated. It's very hard to, fathom him. He's unfathomable. So anyway, what I have for you are some pictures of what I eat. You see, that's a burrito, and what is that, broccoli and carrots. That would be my lunch, bean burrito. This, now they have here at St. Francis on Friday, Vegetarian Day. And this is a salad they prepared. Isn't that beautiful? Now that looks like food. Meat looks like shit. It doesn't look like food. It doesn't smell like food. It doesn't taste like food because it's dead animal carcass. This is my mother from a past life. I have been able to go back in time and find some of my family. Her name is Charlene Kelk. Okay, this is something else I eat for lunch. This is a vegetarian burger, which I got at the 8th Avenue Gourmet Deli on 8th Avenue, 17th Street. I ate those veggie chips with it. Cherry tomatoes, delicious, beautiful food. Orange juice, I drink orange juice with pulp. I wish I had more pulp in it. And I sometimes drink the V8, the original V8 juice. Grapes, what's that, cherries, and candy. Is that candy? That's dum-dums, the lollipops. I take candy occasionally. More bean burrito, made by Amy's. They make delicious vegetarian food. That's elephants. They're good family animals. This is a book I wrote, Mainstream Inclusion to the Marginalized. He said, stop eating my animals. Fiverr.com made that book cover. Isn't it wonderful? I love it. Okay, this is the same picture, right? The vegetarian. Okay, any more? I eat dried fruit. Those are figs. Very healthy for you. Raisins. This is mandarin orange. Costs $1. Put it in the refrigerator. Delicious. Apricots. Amy soups. These are dishes at the Dera. Look how many people they serve. I don't know if you can tell. Those are platters. They serve so many people at the Dera free. They don't charge them. God gives them food. I love that fruit, those fruit snacks, the Welch's fruit snacks. Let's see, can I find them eating? Over here. You see all the people they feed? And poor people come there to eat. And God has a farm. Sometimes He sends food from His farm. And this is my favorite Dera picture, how they look at God, Babaji with reverence and devotion. Look at that love, that awe. They feel awe. What a great feeling that is. This is James Golden. When I saw the Master, Babaji, James went to the microphone and stood there praising. Stood there praising Babaji. And Babaji stood there receiving his praise without undue emotion. I was so impressed how he just stood there and he wasn't bored. He wasn't hurrying James. He just let him praise him because James needed to do that. And then when I got trapped in Kansas City, the only person who helped me was James Golden. And I said to myself, you see what happened? Babaji pointed out James to me in that meeting, so when I got in trouble, I would know who to turn to. Because there's no such thing as a coincidence. Charan Singh said that to me. Okay? Alright, so that makes it easier to understand things that go on when you realize there's no such thing as a coincidence. If you think everything's a coincidence, you could never arrive at the truth. It's a trick. A Satan, Luciferian trick. I want to show you the first family. That's Adam, Michael Bublé, willed himself to be created. That's Eve, hearing his pleas because he was lonely, because he was the only one. She was in the sun. A beam of light came, willed herself for him to come to be with him, because she felt so sorry for him. Then they had a baby, Cain, who turned out to be amazing. He's a Buddha, Jesus Christ, samurai soldier, Payne Whitney, the industrialist, Romeo, the wonderful lover, Juliette, Eve. This is their son Abel, a hero for America, makes America proud, as he is the most decorated Olympian in history, Michael Phelps. Seth, again, his mother's very proud of him. His name is Will Smith, and he's an iconic actor. I am legend. He's a legend. Okay, this is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. is Lou Ransinger, my grandson. Dr. King came back as Lou. And Lou was, I don't remember all his past lives. They're not coming to me right now. But I know he was Dr. King. I have it written down somewhere. Okay, this is Vice President Pence. He was the ninth Sikh guru who refused to convert to Islam, and they chopped his head off. He was a Sikh. And his 10th guru was his father. His name Donald Trump, President Trump. He's shaking hands with Kyle Kashuv, who was John F. Kennedy Jr. He was reborn as Kyle Kashuv. He was in a Parkinson murder school, Parkland High murder school. Let's see what else. This is a Muslim. Let me see how I do this. This is Muhammad, the Prophet Muhammad. Jordan Peterson is his name now. He's related to Eve. He's her brother, and he's her husband when he was called young, and he was used to work with her when he was sick. She was Sigmund Freud. Okay, so then he tried to be Muhammad. This is a Muslim. The Muslims are dinosaurs, and Tariq. He lives here at the residence where I live, St. Francis. His name is Tariq Dajani. He's a good Muslim. He likes to be a part of American society. He even created a video game. But all Muslims aren't like that. Now this is an amazing video. It says, Rage, Google. Arab man has meltdown on TV after reading the book, The People versus Muhammad. You've never seen pure emotion as this man emotes. You gotta see it. It's only 3 or 4 minute video. I never saw anybody so emotional and raging for having been deceived for 1400 years. That's what he talks about. So check out this video. Okay, what else we got? These are other books I've written. Adam and Eve, Return to Earth, Reincarnated. This is Dr. Jordan Peterson's book, Muhammad, 12 Rules for Life, An Antidote to Chaos. Muhammad was also Nietzsche. He's no dummy. Nietzsche was a genius. Dostoevsky, it was that too. Okay. This is I'm going to talk about my granddaughter, Ostara Gloria. There she is. Didn't even comb her hair. She's a sex slave to her father, a drunk. And this is when she was Sitting Bull, Chief Sitting Bull. This is when she was Saint Kabir. This is when she was the first American female astronaut, Sally Ride. When I knew her, she was Sally Kendricks, my great-grandmother. And I'm trying to get her freed because she's a sex slave right now. As Eve, David Foster kidnapped me when I was an Arab princess and made a sex slave out of me. And I don't want her to have to go through that, although she is going through that. And it's very disturbing to me. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, be bold, be you. This is a consort. This is Albert, Prince Consort, was the husband of Queen Victoria. This is the Virgin Queen Elizabeth I. That's me, Eve. This is George Percy now. He looks just like him. There he is. That's George. Doesn't he look like Albert? Just like him. And he's also Indiana Jones, searching the world for his treasure. His treasure is Queen Victoria. This is Queen Victoria. Now Robin Birdsong was Michelangelo, was Queen Victoria, I said that. And St. Francis of Assisi, just a lot of people. She was Dr. Seuss. She did the rhymes for this book, Sneezes the Greasy Baby, says Abigail, on Robin Birdsong, see her name, on Amazon.com. And there she is on the cover of my book, How to Have a Fun and Exciting Life Starting from Scratch. Standing beside her is His Royal Highness Crown Prince Guillaume of Luxembourg, a friend of America, and her mother. That's me there. Miles Red Songbird Song. Okay, what other pictures do I have? This is You Are You. Now, let's see what this says. I have to put it close to me. You are you. Now, isn't that pleasant? Dr. Seuss. I love it. She got a lot of fun books. She tells me about her ideas. This is Robin with Seth. That's Seth. Sami G, who founded the Dera. And there she kissing him. I love it. This is my favorite picture. I love that picture. This is Why Talk and Share. Talk and Share is a, like I said, I was Freud. I was also Fritz Perl, the German psychiatrist. And now I have a therapy called Talk and Share. This video tells an incident in which Talk and Share is used. It's on video on YouTube if you want to check it out. These are some of the personalities of Robin. What did I do with Robin's picture? Queen Victoria. She's going to be Queen Elizabeth, the first black queen. Not Queen Elizabeth, she's going to be Queen Robin, the first black queen of England. And then Queen Elizabeth II, who's there now, is going to leave that body and get into another body and get in Robin's womb and become Robin's child, just like Mother Teresa got into Princess Kate's womb and became Prince Louis. That's how they do that. That's how the good get rewarded. They become royalty. This is, who is that? Galileo, polymath astronomer. She got in a lot of trouble when she was him, because she was telling him the earth moves around the sun, and nobody wanted to believe that. They put her in jail when she was him. Voltaire, the guy that wrote Candide, my favorite book. This is St. Francis of Assisi, contemplating. Isn't that a beautiful picture? I love this picture. Look at this. Nature's amazing. Okay. This is work. She was Michelangelo, I told you that. And this is Michelangelo drawing. And this is some of his work. Isn't that amazing? How could you do that? How could you make figures out of stone? Oh, that's a miracle. This is mind-blowing. This is, you see, oh, they're gods. She's a god and she could do that. You see that? They're gods. People can do that. This is Gurinder, was the first Sikh guru. Like I said, Vice President Pence was the 9th, and President Trump was the 10th. Gurinder founded Sikhism. He was the first. He was Eve, was that. Now, all of these masters, perfect living masters, are of Sikh heritage. So we're all connected. It's one big happy family. Not big, but it's one family of saints. This is Dr. Mike Murdoch with a lady. He goes to Africa to try and save the Africans and tell them how to prepare to enter heaven, and become Christians. And because they have very low IQs, the lowest in the world, 70. So he's trying to help them. He has a wisdom center. He's St. Paul, the apostle. This is my daughter was Christopher Columbus, is Robin's sister, Queen Victoria's sister. And the saint Jagat Singh, where's Singh? Okay, I can't keep up with all his pictures. Anyway, he's just, I showed it to you. Jagat Singh, there he is. That's her brother, Jagat Singh. And she was St. Patrick, the patron saint of Ireland. There's the shamrock. She was also Christopher Columbus. And she was Vincent van Gogh, had mental illness, killed himself. I love this favorite thing here. This is a Starry, Starry Night. Did you hear Josh Groban sing this song? You must hear it. Starry, Starry Night. It's so haunting. Don McLean wrote the amazing lyric. It's Adam and Eve. Okay, so. Alright, now I wrote some things down. Do I have time to read them? I think I do. Here we go. I am mainstreaming clues to the marginalized. Okay, the apples were there rotting. Okay, I told you that story on my last video. Michael Eric Dyson owes God rent. I told you the story there. What it is, which, did I show you that? There's what it is. This is the album What It Is. Okay, can't see the words what it is. They're so tiny. Idiot, who created that? Just the back of the cover of What It Is. See, I did his hair like that. The only thing that sold about What It Is was the hairstyle. People have been wearing their hair in plaits ever since this album came out in the 70s. Satan squashed the album. It was supposed to be #1. It was supposed to change the direction of black music to become intelligent and talk about significant issues. Instead, Satan, as Stevie Wonder, smushed it, removed it from #1, and obscured it so nobody ever heard of it. This is Gurinder Singh, is Romeo, is God, is Eve's husband, is taking care of Eve, is giving her, I don't know what I want to tell you. I want to tell you how relationships work. Men give their energy to women. Okay, first of all, men love women. Say a man loves say Babaji loves Eve. And he becomes her, because that is what love is. Love is becoming another person. Okay, so Babaji becomes Eve, and therefore he knows what she wants, because he is her. So there's Eve here, and Guru Nanak. Okay, so then he gives her his energy to manifest what she wants, that he has discerned by becoming her. She takes his energy and creates his vision. Like Babaji wants heaven tweaked. Babaji wants heaven reordered and protected, and that is what I am doing. I am using his energy to create a perfect heaven. Because the other heaven was boring with dumb people who wouldn't read books, who wouldn't discuss issues, who wouldn't use their brains, who ate the wrong things, ate the dead animals when he clearly said, do not kill. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm using his energy to manifest what he wants, which he got from what I want. So what happens, Charan Singh said, we live to learn to love ourselves. Okay, so Babaji is loving. No, also I'm lost because it's complicated. Okay, so anyway, I'm getting what I want using his energy. Okay, and he's getting what he wants, giving me his energy. Okay, and the reason he's so adamant about only wanting one particular woman is because there's only one woman who could do what he wants. What woman is going to be able to reorder heaven? Only Eve. Only his Juliette. Only his Mary when he was Jesus and they were married. Only his Evangeline when he's Gurinder and they are married in the spirit. You see, so they have millions of years of history of loving and trusting one another. And that's why he trusts her. Not only that, she's extremely capable because no one else can out-achieve her. She was Socrates, she was Einstein, she was Tesla, she was Dr. Schweitzer, the humanitarian, she was Charles Darwin, Ayn Rand, Gertrude Stein. I mean, she was all these great people who had, and she knows all this information, so he knows she can do what he wants done. She loves him because he is everything she admires. He's a very macho man. He was a samurai soldier, for crying out loud. It's not easy to be a samurai soldier. There's a movie with Tom Cruise that shows you a little bit about what they went through. He was of Sikh heritage. The Sikhs fight to the death. And so there's a major warrior. She loves a major warrior. And of course he's a spiritual warrior, because when you go on the inside and you have to battle your mind to keep from going over the line and becoming a demon and getting destroyed by the demons, that takes tremendous will and fortitude and mettle, M-E-T-T-L-E. So she knows this is a giant, and he was the Buddha, and he became enlightened. He was paying Whitney, which she admired, a white boy capitalist, philanthropist, had made so much money, came from a good family, socially and economically. So he's everything she admires. You see that? So this is love. This is real love here. Okay, I think I've said enough. I've said this enough. I'll just tell you their songs. Their songs are "You Make Me So Very Happy" by Blood, Sweat, and Tears. When that song came out, I didn't know about Babaji, This Life, but I knew that song touched me deeply. The other song that Babaji told her is his truth, is when a man loves a woman, he can't keep his mind on anything else. And that's why he left heaven when she left heaven. And heaven was, went to hell in a handbasket. But he's, they're getting it together now, so. All right, I took a lot of information. I could tell you more, and I will tell you more on the next video. It's Michelle Birdsong, Mount Redskin, Songbird Song, Evangeline, Amour, saying goodbye until next time.